What is going on, everybody? So we are in Waitrose, Georgia at a rod run event, and this place is packed. I mean, they've got organized parking out here and everything. It is absolutely packed out here. We're here to see some cool cars, see what's going on. I've never been to a rod run before, but I mean, just in the parking lot we got some cool stuff. We got a nice ass Blazer right here. Super nice Blazer. I like that.
How y'all?
Good, man. Yourself? It's nice, man.
I'm gonna look at this Galaxy over here. So this is a Galaxy. I don't know if you guys watched Craig 909, but I'm a big fan of his channel, and he's building two of these right now that he's doing sheet metal work. He just finished one. If you guys are interested in a Galaxy, there's a phone number for you. We're headed in now to see some cool cars. Like I said, I've never been to a rod run before. I don't know what to expect. It's crazy. It was nice weather in Valdosta. It's pretty shitty weather here.
Yeah, it's kind of garbage.
Oh, someone left their headlights on. They don't have a dead battery. That sucks. But hopefully show you guys some cool stuff. I've been trying to go to more events, show you guys more things, go to Cars and Coffee and stuff like that. Look at that thing. That thing is sweet.
Turn the lights off.
So hopefully we see something cool today. Bring you guys some cool content. If not, hey, got to say we've been to a rod run at least now. You ever been to a rod run?
Oh, I ain't never been to a rod run either, so this is exciting to be with my brother. Having some fun.
LS swap the world. God, so pretty in here. So pretty. Oh my God, it's gorgeous inside as well. Fuel cell. So that's the issue, is the music that's up there is I'm probably gonna get copyrighted. So a lot of this is just gonna have to be showing you guys yelling at the camera and putting the camera down so I don't get copyrighted. See, now like this is like my F-150. This is what it looks like in that engine bit. It ain't all pretty like this.
I bet you this thing right here, dude.
This thing is wicked.
Metric fuck tons of ass.
This thing is wicked.
I want to hear this thing.
Oh my God.
I want the 3-blower though. I don't like the 2-1. I want the 3.
This thing is wicked. Absolutely wicked.
It's got a blower on it too.
That is insane. I just love seeing the interiors on this thing. On like these old vehicles, interiors are so overlooked. Everyone sees the engine bay and they're like, oh my God, but like, that's 35 years old and it looks brand new. I mean, that probably is brand new, but
The way that they keep them to look nice like that,
it's like Michaela and I were doing the math the other day. My truck's an 85. It's 37 years old. 37 years old is how old the F-150 is. 37 years old. It's almost 40 years old. Blows my mind. 302 in an old Ford. What year is this? 1967 Ford F100. And dude, it's not, they're not factory gauges, they're aftermarket, but it's not what I was expecting for gauges. I was expecting like Holley EFI, some type of digital gauges. It's got analog gauges in it. They're still electric, but they're analog. I was expecting like full like LED dash, like LCD dashes I'm thinking of, but like it's a full blown 302 in there, Coyote motor.
Coyote swap, dude. The motor's right there.
Oh, well, not in today anymore, because like you can't replace this truck.
$9,000 motor.
No, you don't even get the power. Go. You can go power with grandma.
I'm good. 1990 Nissan.
Fairly easy.
He's got a little Hot Wheel of it in the back. That's cool.
I know this thing hauls ass too.
All right, it's just a 6. You got some competition. You got some serious competition. What year is this? It is a 1963 Ford Galaxy.
Man, it's a
Oh, dude. Dude, this is just like Craig 909s, except for his is more on the back tire. Good lord, this thing's tagged and everything. Corn-fed E85 only.
Dude, I bet
Dude, good lord. That is badass. Good lord. Yeah, it's cool. It's even got the little one on top. And everything's still inside it.
I had one of these. Out of 93.
This is pretty cool. An old patrol car. This thing is nice. Simple, clean. Dude, it looks brand new inside. Like, seat looks brand new. The back looks brand new.
Nice old beach truck right here.
Yeah, this thing is nice. This is the where you jump in and go to the Cars and Coffee in. This thing is nice.
Appreciate it. I'm trying to start like a small shop.
Yeah, I like that.
Did somebody say traction?
Good lord. Rat Rod's pretty sick too. Alright, well, we left the car show. It was cool. It was cool to see all the cool cars and everything, but I mean, we just walked around, looked at the cars, and that was about it. We ate lunch.
You hear the crackle tune on that EcoBoost?
No, I didn't hear it. We ate lunch. There's something all over my freaking camera lens. But we ate lunch there, had some burgers, some fries. Talked with some dude about t-shirts when we left. And now we're getting gas, head back towards Valdosta. Video's a little bit mixed up right now because I'm in the middle of filming Erm's entire video and filming this video, but we're gonna go back and pick up the truck from the alignment shop. Hopefully it'll be done. I'll probably call them on the way back and see. If not, go home and then we'll start the new video on rebuilding the suspension on this truck. But pretty cool, relaxing day. Went and saw all the cool cars. Been to something I've never been to before. I don't know if that's how rod runs normally are, because I've seen rod run videos of like other events where, come on sirens, where are you at? There it is, fire truck and clapped out shitbox all at the same time. But I've seen videos of other rod runs where like there's people running down drag strips. You see donks, you see classic builds, you see lowered builds, and there's more than just looking at cars. I think this is something where they call it a rod run. I'm trying to film a damn video here. But this was mainly just walking down the aisle and looking at cars parked there with their hoods up. It was cool. It was cool to see people's vehicles. Would be cooler, see them running down the drag strip, see them doing something besides just sitting there, I guess, because after a couple minutes, like, you've seen everything. We pay $7 a person to get in just to walk by and look at stuff. The Cars and Coffee on the circle track that they have, the time trials and everything, that was cool because we got in for free, one, and we got to see vehicles working, not just sitting. But anything exciting happens, I'll put you guys up. If not, when we get back home, I'll close the video out. So thanks for sitting back and watching. Enjoy the video. So, shitty turn of events. So, if you haven't already watched me getting the new wheels and tires on the F250, then you probably didn't hear me explain about what happened. So, the last thing you guys heard was I was at the gas station. We were on our way back from Rod Run. The truck was currently dropped off getting an alignment, and we were going back home to work on Justin's truck. And I said if I've gotten anything interesting, I'd film it. Well, we were on the way back, and I was like, well, you know what? They've had the truck for 4.5, 5 hours. Let me call them and see if it's done. I call them. No, we haven't got to it yet. Well, Justin and I are like, well, before we just go home and immediately start on the Ranger and not have a drivable vehicle to pick up the F250, let's just go to like Home Depot, get the black spray paint that we're going to use to paint the suspension and everything with, and then maybe they'll call us. While we were at Home Depot, called me and told me that my adjustment sleeve was stripped out and that the kid was pulling the truck into the bay and it fell apart. And I said, that's not possible. I've put over 5,000 miles on the truck. I know it's not stripped out. And he said, well, it's not drivable right now. We're not gonna be able to get to it till tomorrow. I was like, no, just pull it outside. I'll come out there and I'll fix it in the parking lot. He was like, well, we technically can't allow you to do that. I was like, dude, pull it out in the parking lot. I'll get it back to my house. And they're like, okay, we'll pull it out. So they pull it out, and we show up there. Nothing's stripped. It's completely together. After trying to explain to the kid what was going on, he went down to his manager. I explained to his manager while his manager's trying to sell me shit. Oh, this is a common issue. We have this all the time. We're doing one of these next week. You know, typical salesman bullshit. And then the other manager comes outside, and I'm showing him. And then the kid slipped up and said, yeah, I loosened it in the parking lot before I pulled it in the bay. That way I could go ahead and get the adjustment done. And I said, that it's a clamp style sleeve on the drag link. There's 2 clamps on it. When you loosen the clamps, it slides in and out. So when you loosened it and you drove it, it just pulled it out. And he's like, oh, yeah, I guess it made sense. And the manager was like, okay, so it was your doing. And he was like, yeah. And I'm like looking at the other manager that's tried to sell me shit. And he's like, you want a job? And I'm like, no, I don't want a fucking job. You can't pay me enough to work here. So then they pull the truck in to do the alignment, finally. And hour and a half goes by. The manager comes and gets me and pulls me in the back and says, you said you've worked on an alignment rack before? And I said, yeah. He said, we normally don't do this, but do you want to come do it yourself? Well, he's having issues doing it. I went back in the bay and aligned the truck myself. Now, I have read, and I've been told by other people, that Hunter alignment machines are horrible. They have calibration issues, and I know that for a fact now. I got everything adjusted. I got my total toe completely zeroed out. My camber was zeroed out. And I literally backed up from the axle, looked at my caster bushing, looked back, and it was 20 degrees off. And I said, no, I'm done. I'll take it somewhere else, because I knew that it was correct, and it obviously was not correct. So I'm going to do the alignment right here in the driveway. I'm about to go truck camping. You guys will be seeing that video very soon. I'm going up and camping with Thomas at H2, his buddy Bryant, and so I gotta get this alignment as close as possible so I don't ruin these tires, but I'm pretty good at eyeballing alignments, and I'm gonna get some tape measuring boards out so we can get it as close as possible. I know my toe is accurate, my steering wheel is just not straight right now. So we're gonna get the truck pulled over here and get everything done right. Alright, so I have my steering wheel angled just a hair to the right now, and what that's going to do is, since my steering wheel's to the left when I'm driving, I'm going to try and get it, because I can't lock the steering wheel. I don't have the mechanism to lock it, and my truck, you have so much play in the steering, by the time you get it to lock, it's not straight. So I've got it angled just a little bit to the right, since it's normally to the left. That way I can try and get it centered out. But from what I've read online, there's supposedly camber bushings that are adjustable on these. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm going to go ahead and look everything over, see if I can figure anything out before I start telling you guys how to do something I don't know how to do. But I know how to do the adjustments on the track bar sleeves and everything. So I'm going to go ahead, jack this thing up just a hair, just so we're not complete pressure on the tires. Throw some jack stands underneath it, that way when I'm adjusting everything, I'm not fighting the weight of the truck on the tires, if you guys are understanding what I'm saying. So go ahead and do that. didn't press record, but whole reason I'm throwing this in at the end of the video was because there wasn't really a lot that went on in this video, and I want to show you guys a little bit more than just walking around and showing you guys some old cars. So what I did was lowered this side of the drag link, and I loosened it, loosened the bottom drag link. The right side nut was stripped. I got an extracting socket on it, took it off, put a new nut on it, and then I moved the tires out because our measurement was longer in the rear than in the front. So we moved both tires out. I'm gonna jack it up, let them officially move out, and then lower it back down and see if we have any difference. All right, alignment is finished, and I'm not showing you guys everything because I'm trying to rush, but I hosed the truck off, got all the pollen off of it, and now I want to show one of you guys, Lone Star Diesel, I believe is your name. You've been supporting the channel like crazy. You're curious to see how the light bar was wired. So I ran the wire straight through the ranch hand and then through the bottom of the drill, and I tied it in to the same exact wiring that I did the pods with. So came in, wire loomed everything, and just tied it right into that. And I actually pulled all the wire out because I didn't like the way I did it when I did the pods, because I want it to be sleek and not noticeable. So I went back through and wire loomed everything, and I hit it. So before it came through right here, now it goes right through here. So it is this wire loom right here that comes right up into our control box for our MIC tuning switch panel. That comes down, goes across right down there, and then goes straight down, and then it runs across the bumper and then down over there. It was super simple, wasn't hard to do, anything like that. But I know you were asking about it, and I didn't want to make a whole video showing a 60-second clip of how to do that. It was super simple, and I have it wired right into my MIC tuning switch panel. So all we gotta do is come in here, and it's labeled light cubes because that's where I had the pods, but the pods were a different color temperature than everything else, so I didn't like them. And as you can see, we're lit up. So this is like a 6000 6500K day, like kind of like a daylight color. It's pure white essentially, and this is a pure white for my switchbacks, and my headlights are gonna be a pure white. So I wanted everything to match. The light pods did not match from MIC tuning, they were a blue color. So switched all that out, and simple as that. Like I said, I don't want to make a whole video just off that, so I figured I'd just throw it in there at the end. And we'll go ahead and throw our Oxido bulbs in. Now Oxido was awesome enough to send these out for a video, so I will do a better review of them probably next video, because I'll be doing some nighttime driving with them. So if you guys are curious about them, you can check out the next video. But these are the Oxido LEDs, and they are a 9008 for the 6.0 style headlights, because that's what I have in here. So I have the conversion, and so I'm gonna go ahead and throw them in real quick, and then we'll close this video out. Go ahead and get these open. Like I said, I'll do a review on them in a later video, but I did want to go ahead and get them in because, one, I'm driving 3 hours north to go camping with that H2 and Bryant, like I said earlier, and I want to be able to see. So a big shout out to Oxido for keeping me safe at night. Go ahead and open this up. You got some zip ties if you need to zip tie anything. Got your product manual, and you got your headlights. Nothing crazy. They come with a resistor and then just the plug. Come back over to your side where your headlights at. And if you guys missed when I put these headlights in, I had to buy them from AutoZone because these didn't come in time. So I had to buy these bulbs that I will never use again. They'll be good backups. God forbid anything ever happen. Snap this into place, install it into the headlight. We got our yellow one, and we got some white ones. Now they're a slightly different temperature than my switchbacks, which might bother me in the long run, but for the fact of being able to see, ain't gonna bother me too much. So now it's knocking the side out. Go ahead and pop our tab up. There's one headlight out and one headlight in. And hopefully you can hear me over the pressure washer, but we're up and running. Now we're full LED across the front, and I am planning on getting switchbacks and wiring these mirrors up, and then some white LED cab lights in the future. But turn that off and step over here on the other side of the truck to try and block off some of that pressure washing sound from the neighbors. But as I said, I want to throw these in at the end of the video so you guys can see them being installed. Lone Star, you had asked about the light bar, and I forget the other person that replied to you and said they were interested too, but that just shows you how I had it wired up. I just mounted it directly to the ranch hand and wired it into my existing mitt tuning pods. So if you're very curious on how the mitt tuning pods setup works, I have the switch panel video where I installed those pods and showed how to wire them to the switch panel, so you can go check that out. And that are new headlights in. Don't want to make a full video for headlights. I feel like those get dragged on way too far, so putting them in this video. Next video, when I'm up in Alabama at the hunt camp, we're out off-road and everything, be able to give you guys a lot better review of how I can see at night. So if you guys made it to the end of the video, drop a like on it, because you're a rock star. This video is all over the place. We went from the car show, alignment issues, aligning the truck in the driveway, to putting headlights in and showing you how I wired a light bar. So if you made it to the end, you're a real freaking trooper. Remember to be fucking great today. Guys, every day is a new opportunity. Give everything a chance. You never know what might happen. 30 minutes might change the rest of your life. You never know. Take the risk. If you're thinking about doing something right now and you're afraid if it's going to work out or not, wouldn't you rather try and know that wasn't going to work out versus spend the rest of your life thinking if it ever would have worked out? So if you're thinking about something, you're hesitant about doing it today, do it. Never know. Might change your life. So be fucking great today, guys. Love y'all. See you in the next one.